Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Mississippi State's offense will have first crack at this one. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off a defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either...
Oh, he's got some space.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Leaves it with the running back. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's key. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So the Clemson Tigers offense will go to work for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new...
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Blasted as he lets it go. Connection to the right. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust a big. Sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. He got it. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
He'll bring it out. It's Spears. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab over the middle. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. And the Bulldogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Snagged out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the middle.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Great place to start for this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's complete to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying the left side. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the 1st quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to East Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Makes the grab. It's Spears. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Wants to fire on second down. Working that left side now. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Breaks into the open. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Moffitt. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He leaves it with his back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And the extra point is good. Fielded in the end zone, it's Slater. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. On target to the left. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Finds the tight end. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on 1st down, open up the entire plate.
And just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Thompson. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Still on his feet. himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. I think you're getting the offense, the football back. But how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you? Get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Slater. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. He'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man quickly. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Thompson. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The short hands. It's Hatchett. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys in the field.
And the misconnection on 3rd down. And on 4th down. Try to put 3 on the board. After making 1 field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one a 40-yard try coming. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Gets it out fast. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Got a man. It's Moffitt. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. They go to the wide receiver screen. Still on his feet at the 45. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Got it behind the line. It's Hatchett.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to East Carolina. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Spears. He's loose. He's at the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
With the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Bulldog! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. He'll bring it out. It's Slater. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. From the gun, the running back has it. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. Finds his tight end. Shakes off the defender. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Second down, he'll throw it. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And that's what quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He might just try to keep it away from this guy after a house call came after the first punt. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Off play action on first down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. The give on the inside. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he's stopped. Clemson will come to the line with the first and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Spears. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
So now it's second and long. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage from no gain on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. From the gun, running back gets the give. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. To the air on first down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop.
There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Might be changing the route. On fourth down, looking to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. He'll keep it himself. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see.
Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. A long run from the running back, not exactly setting any land speed records, but he got the job done.
It was a long run that took a long time because he's not the fastest guy in the world, but it doesn't matter, right? Get that nose for the end zone, get in the goal line. That's all that matters. That's all we're keeping score. That 6 counts for just as much as all those fast guys that get there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by 13 to East Carolina. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward.
He wants to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. At the 45 on his way. They get him out of bounds, couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Rides to back and leaves it. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Keeps it on the draw. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. This offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Makes the grab. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
They'll run the option. The pitch. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executed in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Spears. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Snagged in the middle. It's Spears. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. Throws to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the catch. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Trying play action. It's on target and complete.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
If you didn't have a headache before, you looking to throw for it. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open.
Going deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pocket breaking down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.